with all the upcoming skins along with the portraits of new skin and the nerf of the bushes. This patch has brought a lot of changes with it, so buckle up and let's get into it. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will look at patch note 1.9.30 and everything that came along with it. So what's to wait for? Let's dive in. But before we check out all the events, I know you are excited to get these riders. So let me help you grab the skins as soon as possible through the Kazuki official store. How do you ask? Well, with the pre-order, of course. Then click on the pre-order for Ducati pre-order phase 2. Enter your details, select your pack and choose your payment method. I suggest K0 coins as it's the fastest and cheapest method, giving you a 2 to 10% discount. Plus, there is no verification needed here. And that's it, you will receive your diamonds as soon as the pre-order event goes live. In this patch, the developers are focusing on balancing basic attack fighters who have been struggling to compete. These heroes often lack the burst of skill-based fighters and the range of marksmen, making them weak early on and only useful for split pushing late game. To address this, they are optimizing heroes like Argus, Sun and Vadang, with continued adjustments based on advanced server feedback. Let's start the video off with all the hero adjustments. In this update, we are revisiting Lunox and her recent adjustments. The mlbb team aimed to make Lunox more appealing to wider audience while maintaining her unique skill set and high skill ceiling. However, after testing, it became clear that the changes didn't align with these goals. The team quickly took note of the feedback from players on social media and held internal discussions. As a result, they decided to cancel the skill changes for Lunox. Since advanced server patches are prepared ahead of time, the response to players' feedback is sometimes delayed by a week, but they assure us that players' input is crucial to their decisions. All adjustments, especially experimental ones, are tested to see if they improve the gameplay experience. Fanny receives a few important adjustments based on players' feedback and game data, aimed at enhancing her sustained combat potential. First off, Fanny's energy regen has been buffed. Her energy regen per second is now increased by 1, allowing her to maintain her mobility and aggression for longer periods. Additionally, her passive now restores 1 more energy per prey mark, further boosting her ability to chain her skills effectively. However, her skill 1 damage has been reverted to match the values on the official server, adjusting her burst potential back to its previous state. Olus receives a significant adjustment to improve his combat mechanics and make his playstyle more focused when facing enemies directly. Starting with his passive, there is a new effect where Olus reaches full stacks of fighting spirit. He now gains 20% damage reduction against attacks from the front. This encourages players to position him strategically in combat. However, to balance this, 2 effects have been removed. No more physical penetration increase per stack, and the 10% movement speed boost at full stacks has also been removed. For skill 1, the effect has been revamped. Instead of gaining damage reduction during the skill's duration, it now reduces the duration of control and slow effects received by 10 to 30%, giving Olus better resistance to crowd control. The cooldown has also been reduced by 2 seconds in the early and late game, allowing players to use it more frequently. Zilong is receiving a buff to boost his early and mid-game power. His passive now offers a base HP regen increased by 20, improving his sustainability in combat. Additionally, a new effect has been added, where the target's HP is below 50%. Zilong's skills and basic attack deal 50 extra damage, making him more lethal when chasing down low health enemies. Next, Sun has been nerfed. The previous buffs to his burst damage made him too powerful in sustained fights. To address this, the duration of his doppelganger from the ultimate has been reduced by 4 seconds and the cooldown has been shortened slightly. Now at 4 seconds in the early and late game, this keeps his burst potential intact while limiting his prolonged impact in fights. Badang also has been adjusted. After reverting his enhanced basic attack, his power level exceeded expectations. so his ultimate's base and explosion damage have been nerfed. The base damage now scales with 54% of the total physical attack, and the explosion damage has been reduced to 27%. However, to balance this, his ultimate's control duration has been increased by 0.4 seconds, giving him more crowd control utility. The cooldown has been increased by 15 in the early game and 14 in the late game, balancing his overall power output. Starting with Khalid, he is getting a slight nerf to address his high durability and damage output when using a full defense build. His physical attack growth has been reduced by 1.75, making him slightly weaker as the game progresses, but is still maintaining his early game impact. Additionally, skill 2's damage reduction has been reduced by 10%, lowering his tankiness without affecting his early game burst potential. Gatut Kacha also sees a nerf targeting his mid and late game durability. The passive ability that converts lost HP into physical defense has been reduced, with the maximum value going by 50, making him slightly less tanky in the extended fights. For Karina, her passive based true damage has been decreased by 25, reducing her burst potential and balancing her effectiveness, especially in the early and mid game. Next, Guinevere gets an adjustment to her skill 2. The airborne duration has been increased by 0.2 seconds, giving her a bit more control time, but the range of the skill has been slightly reduced by 0.2 to balance this buff. On the other hand, Goat receives a buff to enhance his late game effectiveness. His passive slow effect duration has been extended by 0.6 seconds, allowing him to better control enemies even when his ultimate is on cooldown. Additionally, the mana cost of skill 1 has been reduced in the late game by 25, making it easier for him to sustain his damage output. Moving on to battlefield adjustments. In this page, we have got some key adjustments to the battlefield and system, specifically focusing on Rose Gold Meteor, an item aimed at boosting the durability of fighters who rely on basic attacks. The attributes of Rose Gold Meteor have been adjusted. Instead of providing 23 magic defense, the item now offers 20 attack speed, enhancing its offensive potential for these fighters. There is also a unique passive called Dragon Scale. The passive gives fighter extra durability based on their lifesteal. For every 1% lifesteal, they gain 1 point of hybrid defense. However, this effect is halved for non-fighter heroes, ensuring that the item remains most effective for its intended users. Additionally, the previous unique passive, Lifeline, has been nerfed. The movement speed boost effect that triggered upon activation has now been removed. We have got some important adjustments to the bush mechanics on the battlefield, aimed at improving visibility and fairness during early game engagements. Currently, the bushes near the waves are positioned very close, allowing many heroes to launch attacks from within them. This makes it difficult for heroes in the lane to identify who is attacking, as they can only see the visual effects without knowing the source. While the developers still want early game ganks to remain effective, they want to ensure that players aren't caught off guard without any opportunity to react. To address this, the position of some bushes have been adjusted. Heroes will now need to step out of the bushes to cast their initial skills in most cases, giving lane heroes a better chance to respond. The bushes on both sides of the mid lane have been moved slightly back, and obstacles in these areas have been adjusted to match the new layout. Additionally, the bushes near the scavenger caves in the side lanes have been shortened to limit their coverage. These changes are aimed at balancing visibility and maintaining fair opportunities for both gankers and laning heroes. Moving on to weekly free heroes. The weekly free heroes for 18th of October to 25th of October are as follows. The extra free heroes for Starlight members are as follows. Moving on to surveys. We have epic or higher tier skin surveys for Tigreal. The first design is called God Priest. This design is amazing. You can see the celestial and biblical inspiration, and it's clear that he truly embodies the title God's Priest. The skill effects are going to be spectacular. You can already tell this design is going to look stunning in the game. Plus, the shoulder pads are absolutely incredible. Next, let's look at Griffin Warlord. Griffin Warlord, wow, I love the shield's design and the hammer is equally impressive. It has a somewhat celestial feel to it, which I really like. Just imagine what happens when you use your ultimate. A griffin might appear. It kind of reminds me of Shanks. Now let's check out Star River Forger. This design is quite nice. It has that classic galactic theme, with stars and galaxies being incorporated into the design. The blue color is striking and the hammer also looks fantastic. Moving on to Drums Shake the Sky. This one has a Japanese inspired design. You can see the drums as part of the look, and I love the shoulder pads. When you use the ultimate, you can probably expect thunder effects, and I can see some connection to Franco. Finally, we have Tianmen Giant Spirit. If the last one was Japanese, this one definitely has a Chinese influence. The hammer seems to have Chinese symbolism, the shield has a temple design on top, and the armor look impressive, doesn't it? And Tigreal looks like he's straight out of a Chinese web novel. The shield has a temple design on top and the armor looks impressive, doesn't it? Shout out to one of you awesome viewers for helping us out with the advanced server testing. Your support makes a huge difference and we couldn't have done it without you. For those of you who want to get in on opportunities like this, make sure to join our WhatsApp channel. You will be first to know about exclusive chances to participate in testing, giveaways and more. Again, a big thank you for the help and we can't wait to see more of you getting involved in the future. Okay, time to check out what you guys think about the survey. Wow, you guys did pick Drums Shake the Sky. That's why such a landslide. I would also pick this one. Nice taste, you guys. If you guys also want to participate in such voting polls, join our WhatsApp channel. You can scan this QR code or click the link in the description. Let's move on to other updates. We now have the skill icons for Thamuz 1111 skin. However, there is still no news about the skin or the event yet. Next are the portraits of Kimmy's newest skin along with Minsitar. Oh, and let's also not forget about their head icons. Yes, we also have a sneak peek for the upcoming Ramadan event, which will feature Ruby's special skin. And let's also not forget about this cute little event skin. Speaking of the new skins, I bet you guys have also seen the survey asking questions related to anime Naruto. My spider sense is tingling for a collab coming soon, where we could see Sasuke as Suyu, Naruto as Lucas, and Sakura as the new hero, which is yet to be released. Let's now check on the intros of the upcoming skins. First is the intro of Nolan's 1111 skin. Yes, the intro is incomplete, but if you want to check on the skill effects, you can watch this video out. The link will be on the top right corner.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
Next is the intro of Xavier Starlight skin Hardlight Artificial, which will be available in the month of December. And finally, we have the intro for the new hero Lucas. The intro animation is incomplete, but I am really excited for this one. So guys, are you excited for the new changes made to the bush? Well, it seems we can't camp for the election anymore. What's your take on this? Are you excited for the Nolan's 1111? Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.